Maybe somebody will find that. That's kind of funny. I didn't know that. You know also who had a score in the Nintendo Power? I think was Steve Wozniak, right? The Apple co-founder.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I did not know that. That's cool.
I think he had a Tetris Game Boy
nice.
Score. Okay, both players are ready. Let's do it.
You gonna try the countdown again, or is that the jinx?
I'm gonna not count down. I don't want to jinx it. I feel a little cursed now. Maybe James can do it, but not me.
2, 1, Tetris. Let's go. All right. Oh God, both of them with the unfortunate SZ start.
Yeah, it actually looked like the same piece set for a minute there.
Yeah, I know. Oh, perfect. Long bar and long bar. Back-to-back long bars for Sodium to perfectly fill that out for a Tetris. But he's going to need another long bar again to fill that gap in column. Oh, no. He's just going to go for cleanup right now. He saw the Z piece a little too late. He was trying to move it at the last second just to fit that in there. And, this is a little unfortunate for Sodium here because last game he had a little bit cleaner start, but of course we had to cancel that game.
Yeah,
here we go.
Match fixing right here live at CTWC in favor of Pixel Andy.
It's not what I was trying to imply. Not saying that we need a recount here or anything like that. So
that's a whole can of worms right there.
And it looks like somebody in the chat saying that they have met each other 3 times, and Pixel Andy is leading 2-1. And they did play at CTWC in November 2020, where Pixel Andy won in 3-1. So they just played each other very, very recently. Then did they mean November 2020 or do they mean 2019?
Probably 2020. I think both these players were playing in the Classic Tetris Brawl tournament. Maybe something else, but
okay.
I'm not sure. But they play against each other quite a bit in general, just because
Gotcha.
They're both pretty.
Okay, you know what? They're talking about today. Literally earlier on the winners bracket.
Okay.
Jeez.
Things we should know for 200, Alex. So
no, that's my fault right there. That is 100% my fault. Again, why I give myself the nickname of JC Nile, because I am definitely senile sometimes.
All right, close game to start here. About a Tetris lead for Sodium throws down a Tetris, so pretty much tied up actually, considering they're on the same line count. Only a 380 point lead for Sodium.
Oof, weird pieces there. Oh no, actually the burn's gonna work out for him. Nicely done. And Andy now is reliant on a J piece, but there it is, and boom, Tetris for Andy. And here we have a situation right now where Sodium now is down a little bit, but not by line count. As soon as he gets this Tetris, they will be neck and neck. But he is waiting for this L piece that won't come. Meanwhile, he's gotten like 900 J pieces. I'm not even joking to you. That 900 might be the accurate number of J pieces that he just got in a row. That was almost ridiculous.
Also looks like Sodium is frozen in time for some reason. Maybe I can try to refresh that on his Google Meet here. Let's see. Oh, he's back. There we go.
Actually, that was real time. That's how focused he was. No, it's not.
I wonder if it's real time here. It probably is. Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty good pace for both players, actually. Both players on max out pace. Let's see some double max out action. Everyone loves it.
Yep, 66%, but right now a 20-piece drought. Had an opportunity for a bigger burn, but Pixel Andy gonna keep waiting it out. There we go, a 20-plus drought, but it works out for him. Boom, Tetris for Andy. Sodium here, also still working. Like I said, he was at a 66% pace last time I saw, and Andy, guess what? 66% pace. So as soon as he can get 2 long bars, Sodium will basically be tied neck and neck. But he is on his own 20-piece drought right now. And they did not give him the proper pieces to burn cleanly.
Oh, okay, there we go. Finally gets a good piece there to level it out.
There's the Tetris exhale from me.
There we go. That got
There
really...
we go. Boom.
Yeah.
Tetris for Sodium.
That was definitely scary for a moment there, especially if he committed with that vertical long bar on the column 9 there. So it's like, okay, I gotta get a Tetris now. Hits it right away. So fortunate for Sodium. And he is still behind by 44,000, but actually this is a very close match.
Yeah. Look at
there it is. It's
one Tetris difference, yeah. As you can see, the line count is flip-flopping. It's like basketball when you have the 1 point lead. It just keeps switching back and forth at this point. So, and he's going to be set up for a Tetris, and there's the long bar, and boom, Tetris for Sodium. Andy as well, almost a simul Tetris. Andy working still at that 60% rate, 56% rate for Sodium. So again, both of these players playing nice, calmly, and smoothly here. See a little last second adjustment for Andy. Didn't want to give himself the reliance on an L or a J piece. Like I said, one of the worst ones to be reliant on.
Most definitely. Okay, both players transitioned.
Yeah, both transition cleanly too. There we go. What's the plan here for Sodium? Never mind. He's got the long bar to perfectly fill out column 9, and boom, Tetris for Sodium. And as smooth as Sodium is playing, he's still down by like 3 Tetrises right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Andy on that 63% Tetris rate. Sodium drops the Tetris within about 2 Tetrises of Andy.
This is no significant lead by any stress. Pixel Andy cannot play calm. He can't play safely and comfortably. He did have that misdrop right there. He needs an L or a J. Now just a J. And yeah, he's going to go and try to beat that and says, you know what? I don't want that reliance. And he did that well and made sure that he got into that row 2 hole without filling it up repeatedly.
Yeah. All the while, Sodium Overdose has taken the lead. 30,000 point lead for Sodium Overdose. This is anybody's game.
Yeah, look at that. 169 lines for both players right now. 56 versus 59% Tetris rate.
Ooh,
I mean, can't get any closer.
Much.
Oh, and there you go. Tetris and Tetris. Boom. 59 and 58% between the 2 players.
Let's go. Let's see it go down to the wire. Both of these players can play into the kill screen. I hope it comes to that, James.
Oh, it'd be so cool. 60% versus 59%. And like I said, the score lead isn't real because you can see the line difference, the height difference here. Boom, there you go, tied again.
Yeah, both with a 60% Tetris rate. Pixel Andy running into some issues, but he seems competent to kind of take it down here. Has the tap speed, running into some interesting pieces. Opens up that, if he can get this eyepiece, it'd be huge.
Yeah. A little bit of a misdrop right there. He should be able to survive this, yeah, but he needs the J's. Oh, the J came one too late. So all this cleaning up that Pixel Andy is doing right now is going to give him a bigger deficit. Bigger and bigger deficit. Yeah, and the pieces are not being kind right now.
No, not at all, actually. And he's having trouble burning this down. He's been burning for quite a while. All the while, Sodium has near 100,000 point lead now. 89,000 point lead for Sodium.
How quickly things can turn.
Oh, and that misrotate. He's going to call it quits.
And there you go. What a game number 1 here. Sodium takes it with 900,000. He's still on max out pace. If he's going to try to either get us the max out or put us 1 away just to make you angry.
Don't do that to me, man.
Oh,
this time he's just actually going to top out. That's what you get. That's what you get, Sodium.
And just to clarify to the people in the chat, you have 6 games to lose, but remember that it doesn't quite work that way. Let's say Sodium takes this 3-1. Andy does not take the 1 win into the next set. The scores reset to 0-0 if you get sent to the loser's bracket. So it's not that Sodium has to get to 6 games and Andy has to get to 3 games.
Yeah.
It's literally that Sodium has to win a best of 5 and then another best of 5.
Right.
So that's the trickiest part right there.
Tough to do against someone like Pixel Andy. Although he's already 1 point there. See if he can do it. Both players are ready. Let's go.
Yeah, don't know who to root for. Let's just root for some good Tetris.
Exactly. That's what I'm rooting for. That's why I always say, let's see those kill screens. I want to see the best Tetris we can see. These are the players to do it.
Okay. All right, pretty steady start for both players. Pixel Andy having a little awkwardness on the right side there, does have to burn 1. So not on 100% Tetris rate. Same thing for Sodium here. Sodium's going to be on a 57% to start. And Andy is up to 80% now. Of course, because it's so early, this Boom Tetris will just skyrocket him up to 72%. That is, of course, Sodium, who I'm talking about.
Yeah, he had a bit of misplacement there, so he's going to have to do some nice skimming here to bring it back to a normal board. Looks like he's being patient.
Honestly, I would say the biggest weakness that I see from Sodium is the last second decisions sometimes can hurt him. Like he'll see that he needs to make that micro adjustment, but his brain realizes it, but then his hands won't do what it wants him to do. And he has been waiting for that line piece for so long. And he's ending up in a very awkward situation here. If this can't get cleaned up soon, this may be a short game number 2.
Yeah, kind of like what I was saying earlier. I know he is a fast player, so he's probably making quick reads, and sometimes that can backfire if you want to make that quick adjustment.
There we go.
There we go.
Can't believe that turned into a dirty Tetris. Worked out for him. But still a little tough here. Still a little tough. You can see Pixel Andy has built a 2 Tetris lead by being 4 lines down. So technically, if he can keep getting Tetrises, but he just got a triple there.
Okay.
So he is about a 2-line lead right now.
Yeah. I think he's just trying to play safe, take it back to the right.
Or 2 Tetris lead, I should say, not 2-line lead. Boom, Tetris.
Yep. Another Tetris there for Andy, putting him at that 77,000 point lead. Sodium is finally ready to score, but not getting the best pieces for those LNJ dependencies. And it's going to have to go back to Burn City here.
Yeah, and then got the S piece when he needed the Z's as well. This is a familiar scenario for many a Tetris player.
Yeah.
Seeing this, why are you doing this to me, RNG? And see, again, getting that S piece when no place to put that conveniently. So he's doing a really great job keeping the field, clean and everything like that. But it's just the RNG is not in his favor right now. So his Tetris rate, you can see, down to 25%, having to do all that cleaning, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't put it past him to close this gap, but I also wouldn't put it past Andy to not let it happen. Let's see if he can keep this consistent scoring and really put pressure on Sodium. All right. So 317,000 points for Pixel Andy and 226,000 points for Sodium. So Pixel Andy with a pretty true lead here at the 80 line mark.
Yeah, it's interesting when you look at the score lead. It doesn't feel as big until you look at it. And it's 362 versus 226.
Yeah,
that feels bigger for some reason.
I kind of, probably because we're more acclimated to not see that score discrepancy. We're more acclimated at looking at the total score, which as a player you kind of understand the pace situation there a little more. It seems like, I'm not sure. There's some science behind it. I bet.
Yeah, and of course, we talk about RNG a lot, and it is definitely a factor in the game. But again, these players are not, max out players because RNG is going to take them out. But it is a factor, right? It's just one of those things that you have to acknowledge a lot of the times. it's not the end all be all of everything, but it is definitely something to address.
Yeah. Okay, nice Tetris there for Sodium. Double Tetris to help close that gap. Andy not gonna let that happen. He also took a second during that Tetris to roll his wrist, get ready for transition coming up.
Skills right there.
Yeah. Definitely something that we have been bringing up is Pixel Andy looks like he is in a more comfortable position physically here today with the nice rocking chair. Can maybe move a little bit with the rhythm, and looks like he's really sinking down in there. There we go. See a little rock there from Pixel Andy as he gets ready for this transition.
Yep.
Oh, Sodium up high. And he's not going to be able to rotate
right
there.
Okay.
Pixel
Oof.
Andy takes game 2, bringing it to a tie.
Yeah, and that is one of the rules of Classic Tetris World Championships. Of course, only certain controllers are allowed, which is why the camera views for all the players must have the controller in view as you're playing.
Yeah.
That is one of the rules, is that while you are playing, we have to be able to see your hands and to see your controllers as well.
All right. Sodium Overdose. Seems to be a bit of a trend today. He has a fair amount of 18 top outs. Let's see if he can kind of put that to the past. He's going to really need to have less of that if he's going to want to bring it here against Pixel Andy. We know he can put up those scores, those max out scores. It just consistency is going to be the key here.
Right. Like I said, one of my favorite things is I love seeing him having a good time here. I think that's probably one of the things that made the Joseph Green Tea match so legendary and so memorable. Obviously, they were both ridiculous. We had double max outs and such. But the fact that they were just both having such a good time while they were playing it was fantastic.
Definitely. We saw that a little bit on I believe it was Group G here last week, and on Sunday we had Tristot versus Hydrant Dude for a legendary match, in my opinion. Tristot lost, even with 3 back-to-back max outs, he still lost to Hydrant Dude. It was a crazy, crazy set. Just imagine that. Imagine being able to max out 3 times in a row and like, oh, I still lost? What is happening? Yeah, anyways.
A misshift right there from Sodium.
Yeah.
He's going to try to get the next piece moving, but accidentally tapped it, just maybe 1 or 2 frames too fast. It happens, and so now he's got to clean up. But you see on Pixel Andy's side here, a very nice clean screen. Although he's holding out for this long bar, and this long bar is basically saying no. Because it has been 21, 22, 23.
Here it is. Here's the drought.
He's got to burn. He's got to burn. And again, the nice thing about it is these players are very good at this burning kind of thing, but he's not even getting the good burn pieces. Okay, he finally got some decent burn pieces to get himself in there. Wow, what did that drought even get up to? I didn't even see.
I was more fixated on the fact, like, is he going to survive rather than the count? But it was
41.
up there.
41, says someone in the chat. Gee. Oof, and Pixel Andy is going to get himself out of there. Uh-oh.
We lost Sodium's feed here.
He was too hype for the
yeah.
Too hype for general audiences.
Well, he's still playing. There we go. Oh, he's back. Not sure what happened. Maybe just some latency issues or something. Here he is, and he takes the lead with that Tetris.
And he's got to get into that column 9 hole right now. But he's actually set himself a column 9 Tetris. But again, pieces being a little bit uncooperative right now. So he's got to figure out a way to clean through this properly. Now he's getting all the long bars that he was holding out for. But there you go. If he can just try to get that, there it is, perfect. And that'll allow him to transition to the properly column 10 setup Tetris right away.
So Sodium's probably feeling a little good here. He had some rocky situations, but really creative finds so far in this match. So well deserved to maintain this nice lead over Pixelandy with about a Tetris lead right now. They're just kind of trading depending on, because they both have clean boards currently. Okay, Sodium looking to fill out that left. Looks like Pixelandy's going to have to do some skimming here.
Yeah, that's that parity we were talking about. You know, when I said you have the jagged teeth setup.
Yeah.
One of the problems with the jagged teeth setups is O blocks.
True.
And that's exactly what happened to Andy. He got saddled with 2 O blocks during a pure odd parity landscape.
Yeah. The more you deal with those situations, though, the more you know how to deal with how can I best burn through this without jeopardizing my board. And you know, Andy's back at it in an instant.
Facing another drought here. You can see a 20-piece drought, and there it is, solved, and he's going to get the back-to-back, which jumps him to 60% Tetris
Nice.
rate.
So
he's still on maxed out pace.
Actually, great paces
again,
for both players.
Yeah, and again, a great example there of, a missed drop right there, but going to be cleaned up pretty quickly for Sodium. But he is also running into a drought. Just a little bit of a drought, which is going to be solved by that. Boom, and he's going to be set up for the next Tetris again right away. And there you go, boom, back-to-backs. 75% for Sodium. And again, you know, just a perfect example. Like we said, RNG is a factor. But if you know what you're doing and you're used to playing through those adversity, you're still on a 77%, 60% Tetris rate.
Right.
So it's not going to be a problem. You just have to learn how to weather that storm. And Sodium had a misplace, but the pieces were beautiful for him to fix that. So nice.
I'm gonna flip his camera, have a look at the game here. I know somebody in chat's thinking it. Okay, so Andy first to transition. He is behind by about 2 Tetrises, but he's also 10 lines in the future. So Sodium with a pretty good lead right now, keeping that pretty good Tetris rate.
Yeah, Sodium transitioned, but just kind of in an awkward position because he has that gap up there that he needs to get through. Good pieces for Sodium, however, and boom, Tetris for Sodium. And you can see Sodium right now with a 2 Tetris lead, but he's behind by 6 lines. So he basically actually has a 3.5 Tetris lead if the next few lines he clears are all Tetrises.
Okay, Sodium with another Tetris, keeping that lead. Andy with a nice column 6 Tetris.
Yeah. At level 22, going for the dirty Tetris. And now he's set himself up to be perfectly ready for the proper column 10 Tetris. Boom. Tetris for Andy, 61% still. 73% still for Sodium right now in terms of Tetris rate.
He's on a...
So he is well on max out pace.
100%. Pixelandy's actually doing really good as well. It's just Sodium is on this great pace right now. And we'll see if Pixelandy can maybe bring it back into his favor a little bit. I see him dropping Tetrises, but just Sodium's not slowing down.
Right. Can he get that nice tuck? But he needs something flat. They wouldn't give him anything flat. But finally, okay, now he needs to get into that. So he needs the J piece. Nice. There it is. Wow!
Amazing.
And again, RNG giveth, the RNG taketh away. That was great stuff right there. But again, no place to put that O piece. But still going to get the Tetris on the side for Andy. And now the time to do a little burning here. But again, he's down. The problem is, with all this wonderful play that he's doing, he's still down pretty significantly compared to Sodium.
Sodium.
Because he's
going to max out sooner than later, I believe. So, but he is running into some burning issues here, James. So I don't know. Maybe Pixelandy... Well, actually, he's in a messy board situation as well. We'll see what happens here. Okay, Andy finally cleans up.
Yeah, so he needs Tetrises now. He has no choice but to try to get these Tetrises. Without a Tetris, he cannot take this lead. So there's one. Okay, he's set up for another one. 2.
Oh,
3.
it's neck and neck now. Sodium is still 10 lines behind, but he's setting up.
Yeah, and here we go. Look at this. He's going for the center well Tetris, but they would not give. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Oh my.
Oh, he gets the Tetris.
I got another one for the transition to get to 98,000. So he is going to try, and he is still running this. Oh, okay. Okay, there it is right there.
Oh, wait.
Look at this.
He did it.
You're not done yet. You're not done yet. Oh, my goodness. Did he forget? Did he not notice?
I think he knew. It's just so close. We were watching Andy play to the kill screen and Sodium only behind by 4,000 going into this game. That was crazy back and forth there in the end. It was so scrappy. Well played by Andy to barely take that win.
Oh, man. And that's why you see Andy jumping out of the chair.
Yeah.
Just so excited to take that game. Oh, boy.
Had some rough RNG from Sodium to finish that out. Man, what a nice comeback though from Pixelandy. He kept his cool. He was playing aggressive in some very difficult situations, and it was paying off. And he managed to barely oust Sodium there by 4,000 points thanks to that aggression. Wow.
All right. Well, they're tied. Well, I'm sorry. There's 2-1 now. 2-1 in favor of Andy. And again, if Andy wins this, it's over. Sodium has to win 2 games in a row in order to reset the bracket and try to go again at a 3 out of 5. So it's a long road for him. Definitely possible, though. We've seen how close this game is.
All right, let's get it going. I needed a breather myself before I started the countdown. They're ready. I'm not ready, but now I'm ready. Let's go. Sodium versus Andy. Andy is currently up 2-1 in a best of 5.
All right, here we go. All right, both of them. I mean, it's crazy how slow level 18 looks in this situation right now. They're just calmly placing their pieces. Everything is good. Everything is great. Tetris for Sodium.
Yeah, I need a breather still. That was crazy.
Still a 50% rate for Sodium and a 100% rate for Pixelandy. Of course, we're very early on. We're only in line 48. So, piece 48, I should say.
Yeah.
So no problem.
Okay. Yep. Early days here. Sodium with a very small lead. Neither player really running into any issues, so just going to be trading some leads here for right now.
Yeah, Andy's got a nice screen, but they're just not giving him the long bar right now. Look at that, 34-piece drought. There it is. Boom, Tetris for Andy. And boom, Tetris for Andy.
Nice.
And here comes the line bars. Coming all nice, fast, and furious now. Now he needs another one, and that means another drought is slated to start. There it is. Boom, Tetris for Andy. Set up for another one. Meanwhile, up to 70% for Sodium.
Yeah. Both players with really nice rates. 70% is nothing to flaunt at, but we still got Andy over here with that 80%. So it's still pretty early on, so it might seem a little inflated. It'll probably level out a little bit over time, but
yeah, of course.
Keep that 80% just for hype purposes, Andy. Okay. Sodium with an interesting board. Okay, gets a nice T piece to take that Tetris. Probably gonna, spin that T too. Oh, misses a tuck there. But let's see if he goes. It goes for the triple. I was wondering if he would build dirty there or not. Some players would opt for it. And Tetris for Andy.
Whoa.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Let's just imagine that they're cheering on this amazing match happening right now on Classic Tetris 2.
Okay. All right. High screen here. 30 line piece drought for Sodium. Nice tuck. He's got a burn. There's one burn. Another burn. So he's staying there. 43 piece eyepiece drought. There it is. Boom. Ooh. Tetris for Sodium and boom. Tetris for Sodium again. He's back in this. Only down by 15,000 points. Oh, and now he's going to block that up over there. Nice. Nice.
Okay. He's got the right ready. He's filling out the left. There's another Tetris, putting him within oh, he actually takes the lead with that. And meanwhile, Andy has a questionable board.
Yeah. This is going good for Sodium now. Things are looking Sodium's way. Oof. Again, that decision that you always make, the weird one piece behind decision. You're like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to drop this here. Next piece is the one you need. Dang it. All right, I'm just going to drop this here. Next piece is the one that you needed. You know, it's that weird situation that Andy got hit by just then. Let's see if he can recover out of this.
Yeah, it's like, he's making obviously safe decisions, but it's like, oh, maybe you should make those aggressive, reckless decisions right now because of how your RNG is. But he does get it back to the right, and Sodium was able to muster up a now 77,000 point lead.
All right, now Andy needs an L piece, or that will fit in there and help nicely. Boom, Tetris, 53% rate, but 68, never but 69% rate for Sodium now, and he's Tetris ready again.
69% so rate. Hey now. He's got the 53,000 point lead for Sodium over Pixel Andy, who is filling in the gap and drops Tetris of his own.
And another Tetris. So Sodium is definitely feeling a rhythm right now. One of my favorite hole fills right there, the 2x2 hole, filling it with the L and the J piece pointed down. Satisfies my OCD a lot.
Okay, we're approaching Boom, transition Tetris. Here. Go ahead, James.
72%, but a miss drop by Sodium. Not going to be the end of the world, obviously, but just a nuisance to have to deal with.
Right.
And just frustrating to have that happen right before transition, but here we go. He's going to be able to transition pretty cleanly if he can get a... Yeah, there we go. That's the Tetris. That's the filling up of the hole. And now he's one line away. Transition.
There we go. The players have transition. Sodium only ahead by 32,000. Once again, it might come down to the wire here. There it is. I saw Sodium kind of stretching his fingers before this transition. Maybe he knows it's about to go to the wire. He was he's getting in the zone. He's getting ready. Ooh.
Ugh. Not the greatest pieces.
There we go.
There we are. Okay, boom. Tetris for Sodium. Now Sodium can get to that one. He just needs to fill out that hole. Perfect. All right. Nice. Can he get... Nice! Like little adjustment at the end there. He's Tetris ready. But where's the long... Oh, there it is! And he just killed his Tetris setup. That was unfortunate.
Oh,
he's not getting that.
Okay.
Oh, he is hyper tapping for his life right now.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, God, that's the piece that he needed, but he needs the other one. Oh. He needs the other. Okay.
Oh!
Look, here, like I said, you know, we can talk about RNG and that you definitely can overcome the RNG, but there is some RNG right there where you need the Z piece and they won't give you the Z or the T, but they give you the S piece, and it is a tough situation to make it through. But regardless, Sodium in the top 16, Congratulations to Sodium. 15 years old, gonna get $250. Nothing to sneeze at right there. And Andy, however, Pixel Andy is gonna be making it to the top 8 to go up against some of the strongest players in the world in Tetris, in NES Tetris.
Congratulations to Pixel Andy, really bringing it. And just a story of him as a player over the year. He's improved so much, and he's bringing it here in the tournament that matters most. Consistent high scores. I think he only dropped 2 games in this, so his seeding should be very close with that of Sam Finch. So how the seeding works is, okay, so to get a high seed, they'll consider first off your matches that you have lost, second your games lost, and third, if it comes to it, the combined score, if there's like any tiebreaker kind of that they have to go through. So Pixel Andy should have a pretty good seed in this top 8, and it's worth, it's warranted.
Do we have a partially filled out top 8 bracket anywhere by any chance, so we can see who's qualified and such?
I don't believe we do. That's probably a good idea, though. Okay, let's get a winner screen up here for Andy. Yeah. I kind of like it right now. Hopefully I can get it before he gets back. Andy, how are you feeling? Congratulations on moving to the top 8. Are you pretty excited to be in the top 8?
Yeah, I mean, I just got super hyped whenever I won that game against Sodium.
Yeah.
The kill screen, that was so cool. Yeah.
I mean, how long have you been playing Tetris now? How long have you and your brother been playing Tetris?
Me and Dog have been playing for about like a year.
Just a year, so I saw that your first max out was earlier this year in January, right? And now you're sitting here and getting virtual max outs and getting the top 8. Did you think that your progression in the game would be this fast?
I mean, yeah, whenever I started out, because I was a DAS player whenever I started out, so I did not expect to, get max outs very fast. But then I switched to tapping, and I started getting them super rapidly,
Interesting.
Yeah, you probably were able to carry over kind of the careful stacking of DAS with the hyper tapping control, and kind of gave you a little more leeway, and probably a pretty good understanding of the game when you did have to make that switch, which I'm going to call you DAS Trader just for the meme of it, but I appreciate you taking the time to learn hyper tapping, because you obviously can do it, and you're one of the best players when you mastered that skill. So congratulations to you moving forward. I
mean, talk to me about that a little bit, the transition from DAS to hyper tapping. Obviously, with the push of all these young players learning hyper tapping, was that kind of one of the things that pressured you to do it? And do you find it to be a lot easier to play with hyper tapping over DAS?
Because Dog was already a hyper tapper, so I thought it would be cool to be a DAS player, to like rival Dog. But then he kept getting 1.3s, and I was a DAS player, so he basically forced me to switch.
That's another question I wanted to ask, though, because in so many different families, having a sibling to battle against, pushes you so much. How much do you feel like that has contributed to both of your successes in becoming high-level NES Tetris players?
I actually think that helped a lot. Because we were just going back and forth, comparing our PBs, and then Dog started getting better than me, so he started bragging a little bit. So yeah, that made me just want to play better, and then push me to switch to tapping. So yeah.
Did he cut in front of you in line just because he had the higher PB and in public situations? So, all right. So who was your favorite opponent in today's? Who do you think gave you the best games here today? Was it Sodium?
Oh yeah, it was definitely Sodium. Sodium, he's just like a really good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like he put up a really good fight, especially in the last set that we had to play. I was shaking, but yeah, it was just a really fun game with him.
I hear some Nest Tetris sounds. Is dog playing through your mic? Is that what I hear?
No, that's just a demo.
Oh, okay. That's like, oh, you can see dog playing in the corner of his eye, but
I need to see dog in the corner.
How much would it mean to you if you and your brother could both make the top 8?
that would be cool.
And
that would be so cool. I just do not want to play him in the top 8.
Yeah.
In all of our encounters, I have lost. But that was whenever I was a DAS player.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you guys play friendlies together and stuff like that?
yeah. We're just playing. He's in his room, and we're just calling out the scores.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. That's pretty cool.
Self-commentating, yeah, it's really fun, having a sibling to play.
You should set up some of those attached string to some paper cups, so you have a little telephone to call the scores.
Yeah.
You know, we have cell phones these days, right?
It's not. You get that live. There's some latency with the cell phones. You get the,
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels
Fair
more
enough.
like Tetris,
Dang, he just called us old, man.
Oh, you had to go
I
there.
see how this is. But yeah, I mean, are you gonna, after this interview done, are you just gonna run over there and start cheering on your brother? Are you gonna leave him be and not?
Of course, I'm gonna leave him be, but yeah, I'll be cheering him on, from voice chat.
Cool.
Nice.
All right, so I think currently how the seeding is with the top 8 seeding. I think you are second seed, just behind Sam. I think Sam barely ousted you there. So,
Wow.
I guess everybody in the top 8 is gonna be a heavy hitting match. So it's like the seeding isn't too important, but I guess in your case, you kind of just, in your hopes, you probably want to be on the opposite side of the bracket as Dog. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, of course.
And is there any player in particular that you're looking to want to play against?
My rival is Suppaluffagus.
Oh,
Right.
Okay.
We've played a lot of times, the match record is I don't know, we've played like 10 games, like 5-3 or something. I don't know. It's just a lot of games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be fun to play him again because of our rivalry,
Yeah, absolutely.
And Broden is a really strong player that I think would be also super fun to play against. So.
Yeah, and we'll see how the rest of that round or that top 8 rounds out here in a moment on Classic Tetris 1 and tomorrow with the last 2 groups playing it out. So yeah, congrats to you, Pixel Andy. Any shout outs or last words you want to say to anybody?
I just want to say good luck to Dog versus Corian.
Awesome.
That's what I'm gonna say.
So brother rooting on his brother, and I am actually really excited to see that as well, James.
Yeah.
So...
I'm seeing some stuff in the chat, and I'm not going to spoil anything, so I'm just going to stay silent.
Okay. I will also stay silent, no spoilers.
Oh, man. All right.
So I think as we wrap up here, we're going to do probably a few shout outs here, and then maybe raid Classic Tetris 1, see what's going on over there. But so I just wanted to shout out this tweet really quick, I suppose.
Yeah.
Throw it in chat.
Yeah. I mean, while we also have the chance to shout outs to Enhance and shout outs to Tetris Effect Connected coming out soon with all new modes. There's going to be a Classic Tetris mode, so those of you who want to get involved with this and see how brutal and difficult Nest Tetris really is, that's your perfect opportunity. It's going to be on the new Xbox console as well as PC, so definitely check that out.
All right, I think we're pretty much at a wrap here. Yeah, a huge shout out to our sponsors as always. Like this, they kind of make this tournament as special as it has become with these prize pools and just seriously putting Nest Tetris in Tetris Effect. Like that is awesome. It's awesome that we're kind of bound with the developers here. So
That's so funny. I actually have the Classic Tetris 1 stream open on my phone, and I saw Dog on our screen before he got up on the other one. So he had a Dog cameo over here.
okay, I think that's a
nice.
wrap here on Classic Tetris 2, though. So James, thanks for joining me. Andy, awesome games.
course.
And
Thank
yeah, any last words, James?
Yeah. No, just good luck and congratulations again, Pixel Andy, and we will see you in December in the top 8.
All right.
Awesome.
See ya.
All